Hello and welcome, fans and friends. My name is 8-Bit Ben, and today, well, not just today, but kind of yesterday, I was thinking about like Nintendo's past consoles and their current console, the Nintendo Switch, and that would the Switch be destined to fail like Nintendo's previous consoles have in recent times, and pretty much ever since the Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo has declined in popularity simply because they do not control the entire market like they used to back then, and that ever since companies like Sega and Microsoft and Sony have joined in the gaming market, it seems like Nintendo's kind of really getting out of touch the past couple of generations, and that my theory is that the Nintendo Switch is a rebound console at the same time, because Nintendo have seen that their sales have declined so badly that they actually feel that maybe they should listen to the fans finally. And if that's not the case, then maybe they're just on point of what they think the fans want. Because we've been asking for Nintendo to basically just combine their home consoles with their handheld consoles, and that's what basically the Switch is. You can play a game on the go or at home, and that's great. It means that you have more time to play your home console games anywhere. And for someone like me, that means a lot because I have a hard time playing certain games at home when I could be playing on the go whenever I'm out and about, which is more often than I might imagine. And it's good for anyone that doesn't actually have a TV or an HD TV. I mean, surprisingly enough, some people don't have HD TVs and they might find this thing useful, as they probably find the Wii U useful, as it has a gamepad that you can play all your games on. Although when I think about it, the Wii U does have like, I think they call RGB cables, like the red, yellow, and white cables to be able to play games like on the GameCube and the N64, and probably the SNES and the NES. I could be wrong, but again, Nintendo just released today the Nintendo NES Mini, which is like a remake console of the original NES, which has 50 of some of the greatest games that came out on that console. And this could actually start a new series of consoles for Nintendo. Like, if they were to make a SNES Mini and an N64 Mini, I very much doubt they would do a GameCube Mini, but N64 isn't completely impossible for them to do. But because the controller for that thing was so strange, it's not as easy to adapt back to as it would be for the SNES and NES controllers. But the good thing about the Switch is that it's a kind of gimmicky yet traditional console that if you have your friends around, you can take the Joy-Cons off the controller and off like the tablet, and then be able to play on the tablet screen with your friends as if you're on the TV, and that helps it become a more sociable experience and more accessible at the same time. But if you're more into those single player games, there's still that option, and that the Switch does not concentrate on just being a multiplayer console like the Wii and the Wii U, which was probably those consoles' most biggest problem, was focusing on multiplayer, not single player. The more dedicated audience is the single player, not the multiplayer. Surprisingly, because people buy consoles for the games, not the console. Nintendo, kind of did extremely well with the Wii, but not for the right reasons. It was mainly because people from like parents to their grandparents owned the console, and so Nintendo wasn't able to concentrate on their main audience, because if they did, it would cripple the sales even more. But it actually ended up crippling the sales for like single player games, if you get what I mean. And I hope that they will concentrate on single player experiences for the Nintendo Switch, because if they don't, this console is going to fail, because we've actually already heard that the Switch will be less powerful than the like PS4 Pro and the Xbox Scorpio. Sorry, I'm just running out of breath here. But you see my point, that Nintendo Switch might be destined to fail, just like its predecessors, simply because it's underpowered, and that was the problem with the the Wii and the Wii U, they were both underpowered consoles in their time, so that crippled them from the beginning, as that developers couldn't actually make games for like they couldn't actually even port their games to the Wii or the Wii U because they were underpowered and didn't have the same OS that they can work with. And this also made it more difficult to develop for the Wii and the Wii U, and the Wii U especially, because Nintendo would request third parties to actually implement the gamepad and the touchscreen to maybe add a couple of extra features to companies' games, unless they made a brand new game for the Wii U that would be less complicated. But you got like games like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which did utilize the gamepad, but I'm just kind of worried that the Nintendo Switch will fail. I can't really see myself getting it anywhere near the launch because I have such a big library of Wii U, PS3, PS4, PS2, Wii, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, DS and 3DS and PSP games that I may actually never get the Switch in the end, or until the Switch has a very good fitting in the market and it has lots of games. It'll probably end up being like the Wii U for me, because I actually got the Wii U about a quarter into its life, roughly, and I actually haven't stopped playing it since. I really love the Wii U, and I'm sad to see that it actually failed. But again, to get those people like me that enjoy the console despite it failing, and we are some of the most dedicated few customers that Nintendo, could really use more of. And I hope that the Switch won't become the port console for Nintendo, where they keep importing games from the Wii U to it, and also third parties will port their older games to the Switch. I want the Switch to have a almost entirely unique library of games that we can only experience on the Switch, and so that would be like what the PS2 had, where it had like so many exclusive games. But I don't know, I'm just going to keep on rambling about how Nintendo could do this and that and the other, and they should very well know how to fix their situation, at least now. Like the Wii U wasn't marketed properly, so hopefully they will actually market the Switch on TV, on the internet, get it out there, so that people beyond Nintendo fans and the gaming fan base can know about the Switch before it even comes out. So yes, I'm going to end it there, guys. If you agree with my opinions, hopefully this video can actually be shared. I very much doubt it. If it could be shared to the point where Nintendo can see it and see that their fans are concerned that the Switch may fail from launch if they repeat the mistakes they've made in the past since the NES, they need to look at their past, fix those problems from the beginning of the launch of the Switch. Nintendo, please listen to your fans, and also please try to cater to people outside your fan base as well, not the mobile market, the people that are on PS4 and Xbox One.